Hey guys, this is Connor O'Flynn with Conquest HP. Today I want to shoot a quick push-up primer video for you, just to cover some of the basics of the push-up mechanics and what makes a good push-up, what makes a not so good push-up. So to start, just as we do with the box squat, use a bench, use a wall or a chair, a table, whatever you have to work with to place your hands on if you can't get to full depth right on the floor. Doing a strict push-up on the floor is actually a pretty tough exercise for most people, so don't be pressured to contort your form to fit that standard. If you can't get down there with good form just yet, then me placing my hands up on a bench or a platform, which allows me to then do my push-up with perfect technique, is a good idea. It just as with the squat, only go as far down as you have control with and have perfect technique, and then expand the range of motion as you can. Don't worry about expanding the range of motion and then trying to fix technique. So if I'm starting on a bench, say this high, because why not, it's here, I want my hands just a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. You'll have to play around with hand positions, see what feels best for you, but generally speaking, I want to set up my arms so that I can kind of fit a fist in between my lats and my upper arm. So if I keep my arms really close to my rib cage or really flared out, both of those might make you just a little bit weaker. Maybe it's a little bit harder on the joints, and we don't want to play that game. In the middle, that's going to be your safest and probably strongest position for most people. So find that angle. For most people, my upper arm is going to be at an angle approximately 45 degrees, that kind of thing for my body. So set up those hands just outside of shoulder width, and then as you lower, try to maintain that space in between the rib cage and the upper arm. So as I lower, keeping my shoulder blades moving down, not up, touch my chest and back up. So that's what the upper arm is doing. The rest of the body should maintain a pretty solid structure the whole time. So I'm a fan of keeping the hips a little bit higher if you need to. Most people are going to fail a push-up because their hips sink, their lower back gets arched, and then it turns into this ugly, I don't know what it is. It's not a push-up anymore. So I'm a fan of, rather than allowing this to happen, I'd rather you cheat by keeping the hips too high. If you keep the hips too high, at least you're still in a bit of a piked position, and doing that is going to keep your core active even if you are out of position a little bit. Whereas going the other way completely, it's going to shut down the anterior core, and it's a matter of time before you fail. But it also means a little bit extra pressure on the spine, which is never a good idea. So if we take this down to the floor, set up my hand stance, I want my fingers pointing forward the whole time. Get into position, squeeze my glutes, contract my core like someone's going to hit me, just like I would if I'm doing some squatting. And then maintain that alignment the whole time. And if you're in doubt, keep your hips a little bit higher. Now as I lower, I'm keeping my neck packed, touching my chest, and then back up. So we touch the chest down so that you're not reaching with your head. You're not tempted to cheat by getting your head out of position or getting your body out of position. Chest contact is going to be what makes this a strict push-up. So from the front, just set up here. So I've got neutral hand alignment. The elbows are going to go out at about 45 degrees. Chest contacts first and back up. And just as with the squat, I'm keeping tension on my glutes, on my quads, on my core, my hands. I'm trying to think about clawing the ground a little bit. I'm contracting even my chest and my lats. The more tension you can create, the more work there's going to be in those muscles, which at the end of the day is the whole point. So keep to that kind of neutral position the whole time.